The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Working from the gun, Mahomes under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. He juked him. Has some space here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now Trubisky to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They run with Howard, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Hey, gotta go.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Lock in. Hey, gotta go.
Now it's Trubisky. This will be caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line.
Lock in.
On first and goal, Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it.
So whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ace! There we go! Green, 90! Green, 90!
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They keep it with Penny on first down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Mahomes to throw on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now Howard. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Trubisky will throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Chicago first down to former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. On first down, Trubisky. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Gotta go.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. A gain of 32 that time.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be fourth down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Bears will get the football back. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, Trubisky. He finds Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Now it's Trubisky. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And this won't get there. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They find some open field here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some strong running. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Come on, gotta go, gotta go.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he will find Ridley on the left side. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They try again with Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll come out in the pistol.
You see it? You see it? Lock it. Lock it. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On third and goal, Trubisky. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Malik McDowell in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. Fourth and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it only to about the 3 and no further as they stop him. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
On second down, here's Mahomes. He's going to fire one and got his man complete. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Evan Ingram, 97 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call. Run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back. And sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. And some room to work. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Cullen. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll get nothing out of that one. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Back to throw, Mahomes. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw is Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mahomes to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now running right through him. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 24, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And some room to maneuver. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled.
Know how they're going to